Hello again, welcome back to the Penny University and New York. Your time is up for the SAFE Act. Where do you stand? Take a look at
Parts
this
of the
newsreel.
controversial New York SAFE Act are taking effect today.
Both are meeting with opposition from the National Rifle Association. News Channel 13 Steve Flamish reports right now here from the studio. Good evening, Steve.
Good evening, Jim and Benita. One provision now in effect requires assault weapon owners to register their firearm or face a misdemeanor charge. The other limits the number of bullets in a magazine. The restriction now in effect allows gun owners to load 10 bullets in the magazine at a shooting range or a sanctioned competition, but only 7 bullets everywhere else. Tom King of the National Rifle Association's New York affiliate calls that ridiculous.
That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Where where you might want to try to protect your family and your at home, and you can only have 7 rounds, but yet on a range for practicing you can have 10. It's just totally ludicrous.
Gun control advocate Pam Dudoff strongly disagrees. A former Amherst, New Hampshire school board member now living in Clifton Park, Dudoff says the change could save lives.
One bullet with these kind of weapons equates to a child's life.
Dudoff and King also differ on the merits of the new gun control registry. If you own a firearm defined by the state of New York as an assault weapon, you have 1 year starting today to register it. The state police website, now active, requires your name, address, social security number, driver license or non-driver ID number, and a description of each gun. Dudoff says the registry gives police a critical new tool in the fight against gun violence.
We have to do everything we possibly can to save as many children as we can.
But King says the people Dudoff should be worried about will never comply.
The only people that will obey that are the legal and lawful gun owners in New York State. We're the only ones who obey the gun laws in New York State. The criminals don't do it.
King's organization is seeking an injunction to block the new restriction on magazines. That is in addition to an earlier lawsuit filed to overturn the SAFE Act. The state attorney general has until Thursday to respond to the suit. Reporting live in the studio, Steve Flamish, News Channel 13.
As you know, if you live in New York, they're trying to get you to register. Apparently, registering your weapon will somehow retroactively prevent a shooting. As if someone couldn't take a gun and shoot. They're already going to have the weapon and the shooter. Most of the time these guys end up dead because people who do this are cowards and they commit suicide before they get caught. And the reason they commit suicide is because they are afraid of confrontation. They just want to hurt people. That's why they always attack gun-free zones. Look it up. Every place that has been involved in a shooting incident has been a gun-free zone. Even that movie theater a couple of years ago. Where did he go? He went out of his way to go to a theater that had no gun signs. He could have gone to plenty of local theaters. He didn't do it. He went all the way out to one where he knew he wouldn't be challenged. If there was a chance someone in that audience could have shot back, he didn't want to face that. This is the point. Registering the weapon is not going to solve anything. But New York, a lot of people in New York have been saying, just like in Connecticut, hey, we're going to follow Connecticut's lead. We're not registering a damn thing. Good for you, New York. Stand up for yourselves. Do not register. Civil disobedience. Refuse to cooperate. Do what you need to do to protect your rights. Because, as you know, registration will eventually lead to confiscation. That is a historical fact. You can look this up. Every country where there's been where the government has totally overthrown its people. It started with gun confiscation. It started with confiscating weapons. And we're seeing a lot of that being pushed here. And they always try to make it about the children. Oh, we're saving children's lives. You're not saving anybody's life by keeping an honest citizen from being able to use their weapon. You're not saving any lives. Stop trying to throw children in front of that. Stop trying to use them as an excuse for everything that you want to do to other people. Stop blaming the tool for the hand that wields it. We need to get away from that kind of thinking. It's weak. It's weak and it's destructive. And it sets us up. It sets us up for future disaster. We've already lost too much in this country. Too many things have been taken away from us already. And it's time to put our foot down and put an end to it. Like Connecticut put their foot down. Like in Nevada here just recently, people put their foot down about the Bureau of Land Management robbing these ranchers. Like New York is poised to put their foot down about their gun registration. Don't do it. Don't do it. I won't register either. If they come around looking for me, I'm not registering either. Civil disobedience. If enough of you do it, they can't enforce it. They are supposed to be making decisions based on what you need. Not making decisions for you like they're your parent. Lawmakers are supposed to work for the people, not in spite of them. Passive resistance. Prayerfully, it'll never come to force, where it has to be civil, where it goes beyond civil disobedience, and it becomes civil unrest. It could happen. I hope it doesn't, but it could happen, and you need to be prepared for that also. Be prepared to stand up for yourselves. I mean, how much of this are we really going to take as citizens? Just in the last few decades, we have been robbed. We have been robbed through our gun rights, public school, rights where our children are concerned. They want to protect our children, but they do everything possible to separate us from them. I think we've forgotten what these are all things. All the things they're doing to us now are things that, as a nation, we originally fought to get away from. Now they're driving us back into it, and most Americans become so complacent, they don't recognize it. It's time to wake up and start recognizing it again. New York, hang tough. Civil disobedience, don't register a damn thing. Protest the hell out of it. Good luck and God bless.